This is possibly something that you might be interested in seeing. I will be doing the opals very, very soon. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'm not going to mop the floor, but what I've been doing at the moment, I'll just give you a bit of a show as to what's going on. We flop around here. This is probably the easiest way to get the floor sorted out around the bird cages. You can see there's this black material that it's basically yellow tongue. So in order to get all the bird duck off the floor, you just use an ordinary paint scraper, and I've got a whole heap of yellow tongue that's sitting around. So if this ever gets too bad, I can just replace it. But at the moment, it hasn't been too bad. I don't like scraping the tiles, but have to sometimes. I probably won't mop because it'll take too long, because I'm going to just do a demo of what I'm doing. But there is something that's going to have to happen. The cage bottoms are going to have to come out. So basically grab a box and basically yoink, out comes the cage bottom. Now that's quite a sight for sore eyes or disgusting eyes, as the case may be. Now you'll notice that there's a lot of dust and stuff around. There's a reason for that. I thought that's actually half the reason why I'm going to do this for you. So I'm just going to quickly get all this over here. Now, the funny thing about this is, and please don't tell my girlfriend, I was driving along one time and I found that the neighbours had thrown out some puppy training pads. Yeah, the neighbours had thrown out some puppy training pads, and obviously they're not nappies or anything, but they were basically there to make the puppies poo or pee in the one spot. I don't know how well that stuff works. It's good for, apparently it's hormonally derived or something like that. Quite frankly, I think it's a whole heap of horse hockey, as they say in MASH, but you never know, it might actually work. So what I'm doing at the moment, very simple, just getting rid of all the stuff at the bottom of Max's cage. Now ordinarily what I'd do is I'd actually clean out the bottom of Max's cage first, because, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop this into Max's cage, and then I'm going to clean out Max's cage, and more of this is going to fall into the bottom. But that's going to be okay, because generally speaking, it's all right. Now this is the other thing, the galvanisation is actually coming off this cage, and I have a solution for that, which is going to be essentially this. Well, not this exactly, but when you take off a TV, when you take it apart, the back of a TV is roughly the same size as the tray of a bird cage. So I'm thinking, well, why not? So I'll do that. So that's one part of the clean. And so what I'm going to have to do is, you're going to have to bear with me and allow the place to be a little bit messy. Normally what I do is I mop the place as well. I've got the mop water out and everything ready to go, and then I thought, no, I'll show them this. Because I'm a big believer in understanding what you're getting into if you're going to look after animals. Hello, Loki. Hello, Max. Now you can see they're a little bit freaked out. There is a good reason why they're freaked out. Have a look at this contraption here. And this is something you do at the end as well. So this is, of course, a shop vac. This is a PVC pipe which has been attached to the end here. Going over to this corner here, I'll get rid of these casuarina leaves. They're actually cladodes, not leaves. How terrible of me. So what I've got here is I've got some of those TV backs, which I actually use as spare trays for the bottom. And I've also got a little gap here, a little pressure gap is what I call it, with a PVC pipe going to the vacuum cleaner. I think if you understand physics, you know where I'm headed with this. Right, give you a quick demo of what's going on here. Sometimes you sweep, sometimes you just air sweep. And the reason why you air sweep is because underneath these cages is a scene of carnage that you just do not understand sometimes. Now the birds are still getting used to this. They still freak out a little bit when I do it, but you can't baby the birds. They've got to grow up at some stage. They're going to live to 100, for goodness sake. So what happens here, this is connected to the blower side of things, and that is connected to the sucker side of things. So what you can do, just start blowing things. Unfortunately, I seem to have already blown most of the stuff away. Oh, here we go. So what you can see I'm doing there, so I'm just getting anything that happens to be and this is Australia, so there's a spider in there, poor fella. Right, get that all in there. Then kind of go up and most of that's done now. There still will be stuff that has gotten past here, so I'll just move that over into the back and I'll vacuum that up normally. But because it's been moved over into the corner, it's actually relatively easy to get rid of. Most of it has been sucked up. It is unbelievable the amount of stuff that a bird can produce. It's just mess upon mess upon mess upon mess. So you have to have really good and efficient methods of cleaning, or else you're not going to, you can't have a bird, basically. Dagnammit. I was hoping not to do that on the live stream. Basically, a lot of stuff, too much stuff got stuck in there. So, I am Australian. What gave it away? Probably me saying I'm Australian, I reckon. What's this? It's an opal. That happens all the time. What I have to do is I have to classify my I have to classify what is in the vacuum cleaner at the end of all of this, because there's a good chance there's opal in it. It's just one of the things you have to do. Right, so I'm putting this back in. Now what I've usually got here is this vacuum cleaner. Swap things around again. this vacuum cleaner goes in behind the heater, and because the summertime is about to approach, the heater is about to go. And I haven't done that bit, but I'll do that later when you're not around, because this is more a demo than an actual clean, although I would like it if the place was clean. If I haven't pointed it out already, if you've got kids, if you've got birds, you can consider yourself extremely lucky if you've got a girlfriend, because there is just so much mess that happens all the time. And with me, I've got a naturally curious mind. I'm pulling things apart, and so that's also not a help. I usually stay on top of that. Usually the back garden has got some kind of experiment running. Maybe there's something destroyed in the garage, but generally speaking, I try not to bring my experiments inside. Having said that, don't look at my desk in the study at the moment. I've got an electrolysis experiment going, but generally speaking, it's all right. What I will do is when I'm done with this, I'll sweep up. But the other thing that I've got to do here is to, far out, bit of vertigo. Put these back. That's the rollers for the for that medical sheet. At the moment, because I've got these puppy pads, which were just left out to be, just junked by some neighbour, I'm using these because, well, it's efficient. I despise waste. It's not hoarding. I despise waste because when you think about it, these are spare bottoms for when that finally carks it. When you think about it, and I have been thinking a long time, we have a very strange idea of what is socially acceptable and what is not. For example, if you keep pieces of paper stacked up in your garage, magazines or whatever else, from 1872, you're a hoarder. But if those same pieces of paper happen to have the Queen's face on them, or the President's face on them, depending on what country you come from, well, then you're rich. But you think about it that way, you go, we're actually defining what kind of hoarding is socially acceptable, which is a bit weird. Hang on for a second. I've got to send a message. I don't know what to do. Hang on. Here we go. Sorry, I'm back. Did you miss me? So anywho, where was I up to? Basically, if I use this for the time being, I've got to just do a thing. Yeah, so if you have pieces of paper which are, either, I don't know, you pick them up off the ground, the wrappers or whatever else, then you're a hoarder. I don't do that though. But if they have the Queen's face, if they have the President's face on it, then you're a millionaire. Society has these very strange ways that we define things. There we go. There, beautiful. One final thing. This helps out immensely. If you've got any more around here, you should. I haven't. Other than that, cool. Speaker magnets. This just helps to fix them in place. Don't have enough for both cages. I will eventually. All I have to do is take apart enough TVs. But you've got to not wood. So you've got to do sort of. There we go, that's that done. Alright. So here. That's all the detritus so far. It's going to get worse. Hey Max. why did you leave a nice wet sloppy one right underneath for me to grab with my hands? I thought I was safe. This tree here, I'll show it to you. Oh, Max is out. That's okay. So this tree here, that's called a casuarina, and as far as I know, it's growing wild as a pest in Florida. So if you've got cockatoos in Florida, look for those. Birds love them. This is a Banksia oblongifolia. Definitely good bird fodder. Yeah. Now I did mention this before, that if you have only just joined the stream, I'm wondering, what is Opal guy doing? Yes, he does have birds. He has to do this from time to time. Basically, I said I should have done this first before I replaced the bottom, and it doesn't matter that much. It's just a little bit of this. The other thing that I actually do, which helps out a great deal, is there's some soda bicarb in the cupboard. And once I'm done with all of this, I'll actually sprinkle some of that behind the cages. I possibly won't do that now because I'm a bit stressed for time. I want to get to, we've still got some light out in the back, and I really want to hurry up with this and get on with the opals. So that is a Banksia branch. I'll show you what it looks like with the bark on it. Where are you, Max? Oh, you're behind there. Got you. Max is hiding at the moment because he knows. Okay, so this is Banksia branch. Whoop. This is Banksia branch without the bark on it. And so I've got a Banksia that grows, so I regularly just cut branches down, throw them into the cage, and Max will chew on them once they've been chewed and pooed on too much. I just either burn them or throw them away or something. Because this is guano. This is what the world will be fighting over in the next 10 years. It's got lots of nitrogen, lots of potassium, lots of phosphorus. Yep, so don't fight well, just come around here. You have all the guano you want. And yes, guano is a Spanish word. Didn't get that with the vacuum cleaner. Sorry, Max, you're going to love this. I'll just chuck it into the cage. Not going to bother with the vacuum cleaner again. Yeah. So normally I do the cages before I do the vacuuming, but I thought you'd be interested to see the vacuuming. That's the kind giving person I am. Right. So that's that bit done, that's that cage bit cleaned up. Got to do Loki's now. Got to re-secure this at some point. Right, same deal. Open up for that tray. I might even replace, yeah. Just to make it quick. Have I got enough magnets? No, I don't. But I don't care. I'll use the old-fashioned technique. It's much quicker, much easier. This is just medical bedroll. So you can get it from Gumtree, or alternately when somebody is, well, you can buy them new, I suppose. Or sometimes there'll be some kind of family event that requires them, and when they no longer require them, you don't ask what that is, you'll find some spare for sale. So normally I stick this roll onto the roller over there. And normally, no, I'm going to have to cut this. Normally there's actually a perforation a bit closer. It's a bit annoying. It's always when you're doing the streaming that that the thing goes astray. weird. Right. Okay, Google, what's the temperature? Okay, 19 degrees, so the humidity must be a little bit high. Always, when you're trying to do something and demonstrate it, it goes a little bit cockeyed. There we go. Now, what you can see here, I don't know what you're seeing at the moment, but you can see Loki, yeah, you can. Loki, she loves this game. Her favourite game is to check for any flaws or defects or weaknesses in what I've been doing. If there are, she's going to grab that blue sheet and tear it to ribbons and make me do it again. So she's an excellent auditor of my work, but she's also, how do I put this, a little poo sometimes. Yes, you can replace with words that you think might be a bit spicier and maybe a little bit more appropriate for the occasion. Maybe even this one. Thank you. G'day, Michelle. You're Australian? I am, you are, we are Australian. So Loki, come on, get out. I don't want you biting me. Now Loki is very good, but she will bite when it comes to her poo. Believe it or not, she's very Freudian in that regard. She's like, no, you're messing with my poo. I like my poo. I want my poo. It's all poo. It's poo. Hello. Oh, okay, hang on. Just whilst we're doing this, I might have to show you what's going on. Right, there's Max. Hello. So I'm busily trying to do stuff, and these birds, all they want to do is interact. If you've been following the story of Max, you'll know that Max absolutely... Oh, Joel is back. How's your music been going? I like the idea that you actually do with your YouTube channel. Am I correct with your YouTube channel being the one where you just basically do a few compositions and then just play them and sometimes even stream the compositions? Yeah, I love these birds. They are a lot of hard work. Actually, I'll flip this around. You can see I'm absolutely streaming with sweat. It's only 19 degrees. Okay, Google, what's 19 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit? There you are, 66.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not all that hot. Oh, I've been all right. It's good to see. I noticed I should click on your... Can I click on you from here and see? Joel, I'll just click on you. Oh, I can't. I think you're at 1,000, aren't you? You're at 1,000 subs? Yeah. What you can do is, if you're musically inclined, I've been meaning to do it myself. They do make noises, and there's that guy who does all the cat... 78? Oh, sure you had more than that. Well, you deserve more. How about that? Everyone, sub to Joel. Yeah. Well, you never know. If you became a massive influencer, what would you influence? I'll leave that question open to anybody else who's watching this stream, but you're like, think about that question. What would you influence? As a matter of fact, I'll put that in as a question. Let me see if I can do that. Well, let me go to, not that one. Is that the button? Top messages. Yep, okay. Oh, all messages. Yeah, that's fine. Why am I unable to do messages? Go back a bit. No, cancel. Gee, there's just been a change to stuff and I don't know exactly what. Is it plus button? So start a poll. Yeah, why not? Start a poll. Ask your community, optional. If you were an influencer, what would you influence? And I'll add option. May as well leave yes and no there. I'll go world peace. I'll go feed the poor. Add option, feed the poor. Whoop, not there. No, that'll do. Write what you think. Well, I'll check to see if I've subbed to you. Maybe I've got the wrong person, but that's all right. But you do music, I'm sure of it. I'm sure it's you. Oh well. And there you go. Now, Max, I know one thing about you. I'm going to go do the opals now, mate. Oh, no, I'm going to do this. You distracted me. That's what you did. All right, where's the scrapey thing? Lovely. Get rid of all that. We'll do this really quickly now. Oh, man. I'll grab a drink for myself as well because I'm just absolutely stuffed. Thank you, Loki. She just poked another hole in my shirt. We're going to be doing a bit of a game of chasing soon. Right. Whoa. So, hello. So what you've got to do, it's a weird kind of challenge really. You've got to sit there and try and clean up whilst two incredibly cute but yet destructive birds are trying to get your attention and well, destroy things as they are wont to do. Right, let me put this over here. Hey, Max. Hello. Max is about to give me a bit of a nip on the bum. So I've got to watch it. There we go. So basically what I've done is I've put, there we go. I've got the back of a TV, which is metal. I've wrapped it in medical grade blue paper. And I'm using that as a substitute bottom for the cage. Now I've got to just pull on this or else it's going. Loki's already spied it and she's going, I know this game. That will last like 5 seconds. We'll see. Okay, Loki, in you get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to entice them into their cages soon enough with copious quantities of peanut butter. Oh yeah. While Whilst I'm quickly cleaning this up, you'll probably find that that Loki will have already taken stuff away. She's looking now. There you go. Well, I'm not going to fix it up. You already turn it, you'll see what she does. Can I foil? I don't think I can because I put it on the wrong way. I put it on the wrong one. Oh well. Here we go. Good. Try that. Ha! Ha! Yes. I have bested thee. So this is all of the, what can we call this? We can call it environmental, awesome, environmentally friendly plant amendments. TM, Dr. Phil's special brew. There we go. That sounds a lot better than bird shit. My phone said, you want to update? And then it just went and put my phone to sleep. I just love how people know exactly how your phone needs to go. Go on, off you go. In you go. I'll get you some food. How about that? Food? Come on. In you go. That's the trouble. He wants to be out for longer, and I don't blame him. You've got a choice to make. Yummy, yummy, peanut butter. Ooh, Maxie Baba. Maxie Baba, look at that. Look at that. Yummy, yum, yum, yums. That's coming over here. Want more of that, you have to do it in your cage. I reckon that'll do it. Loki, here, have some. You've been a good girl. You go into your cage and all. There you go. Right. As far as I know, it's quite good for birds. I know there is some controversy. Wow, I'm doing well with my words. Go on, get in. I know, everything has to be just right. Come on, off you go. Go. In you go. In you go. Go on, get in. Get in. Get in. Go on, get in. Good bird. Good bird. Very good. And that's the way you do it. Yum. Okay, quick yogurt snack. If you're from the United States, weirdly, yogurt's different in Australia than it is in America, because I've tried both of them. Well, in the Middle East, yogurt's, isn't it? Okay. Feeling a bit better now. Sorry, I failed to calculate how buggered I would feel post clean. Right. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to get out there and we're going to have some fun, hopefully. We're going to see if we can spot some opals just in the failing light in the opal rough, and then we're going to cut them. Alternately, I'll just find some opals from somewhere. So here's my opal rough, and if you followed the video, you may or may not have. I've got a specific technique that I use. Basically, you've got to make sure that your opal, it's a bit too dark, but we'll see. And if anyone's living in the okay, I'm just seeing the, yep, that's all good. Plus, no, who knows? I don't know what I'm doing. So I can't actually, I might get my other phone and do the chat stuff. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll quickly have a look and see if we can find some opal. And this is how I do it. It'll be quite difficult in this light. So we'll see. Now the reason, I better explain it because I did explain it in my other video. The opal, when you look at it like this, it is stable when it falls. So it falls basically where it's flat as a general rule. And that's what most people do. They spread out the opal and they look through it when it's in its stable position. And if you think about it, that's a bit silly because for a start, color bars are on the side. And secondly, if opal is like that, you're never going to see the color if the opal is standing on its edge. So the way to solve that is to just make a little pile of opals. And as a matter of fact, what we might do is we'll zoom right in on that pile and you can go, oh, there's an opal there, there's a shiny opal there. If you spot a shiny opal, tell me. Presuming I can even read it. Working. Zoom right in then. There we go. So this is a fun game. If you see any opal that's shining, tell me. Is that one? That might be. Let's have a look. So I'm just getting down to see where it is. It's this one here. Don't see anything. Oh well. But that one I think yes. Well, we'll have a look at it. We'll keep that one aside. What about that one? There we go. I'm keeping that one just because I have a theory about these ones. Where was that other one? I think it was that one. Was it? No, it wasn't that one. They're slippery little things. You think you got them, and then I'm going to use the camera because it's actually quite handy. Let's see. No, I don't think there's anything there. But I'm going to keep this one because basically you cannot see what's on the opposite side of this because, like, well, it's it's a cap. You can't see it. So there might be colour there. You never know. No, look, that one has got colour in it. It's a pretty weak colour, but I'll keep that one. Pop that over there. Right, keep going. I only did this a little bit because I've got colour if we need it. So I might just use the colour we've got. It would have been nice if we could start from here, get the colour. Oh, that's another one that I want. As a matter of fact, let's look right in there. Yeah, you can see a little bit of green just on the edges there, can't you? See if we can spot some. Yeah, I'm pretty certain this one is. Now, I don't know if anyone's in the Sydney region. I'm smelling smoke. So does anyone know if there's burning off that's going on at the moment? No, that one. Just because it's covered up, there is actually a specific opal I'm going for. Just so that you know, I think that there is matrix opal in Cooper Pedy, and so I'm going. Let's see if we can find some. Yeah, that's got shine in it. You can see that. There you are. Now remember, this is heavily worked opal, and it just keeps performing. I don't understand it myself really. Well, I sort of do because I've done a bit of math on it. But yeah, here, just whilst we were doing that, I found these two pieces. This piece and this piece. For a start, this one is interesting to me because it's covered. And I'll show you something else. I'll get a piece that is of interest to me, and I'll explain why it's of interest to me. So we can find it. Just going to look around in these bits and see if I can spot them. Because I'm stuck. Here we go. This piece. Right. This piece here. Now, this one has got no colour as far as I can tell. Let's have a look around. Got nothing. As a matter of fact, we'll take this straight to the machine and see what's in there. But I'm suspicious of this grainy material at the bottom. See that grainy material there? I'm suspicious that grainy material actually conceals opal an awful lot of the time. Speaking of which. So yeah, I'm very suspicious of that grainy material. I think that sometimes that hides something really nice. I see this here again. That's less interesting to me. This one is though. Let me show you this one. That piece is interesting to me because I think that one will hide a nice opal. And you would never know. You'd never know. Oh, that's gypsum. Okay. That one, I think, is a precious opal. Let's see if we can spot some shine. Well, enough of this malarkey. Let's go to the Wheel of Doom. The Wheel of Doom. I'm just picking up the ones that we found. I found a few more earlier. That's why. Okay, in we go. Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. Dup, dup, dup. He's a demon on wheels. There we go. Some stage I will fix this all up. That's okay. That's something I did today, just before I went online. I just investigated this one to see what was going on. Very strange opal. I might show you some of the results. That's, well, yes, very strange opal. Okay, so I'm just going to hose down the interior so that we've got a nice fresh surface to work with. All these opals that are sitting here on the bottom here, they'll go into the top tray here, and I'll sort them out later on. So it's all a bit of a production, just to ensure that I don't lose track of what's going on. It's very easy just to turn things into piles and piles all the time, and especially someone like me will do that, and it's just not good. So once you're done with the thing, I'll actually that one, I'll put that there because I'll actually cut that now-ish. This one, no. All right, moving them along. Move those into the pile. That one's in the pile. That one's in the pile. Interesting bit in the pile. In the pile, 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 in the pile. You're really getting a bit of an insight into how I do things, aren't you? I wonder if that's a good or a bad thing. What's this button? No, that's not what I'm talking about. Not share. Chat filter. All messages. Show every message. Yep, that's good. There's no cancel. Go back. No, cancel. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a thing. Man. Alright. That'll have to do. I'm going to call one of my children to do this moderating because I have a feeling that whatever is being said is not being seen. So I'll sort that out in a second. I'm just letting this down just to see if there's anything that's worth having a bit of a go at. Don't think so. No, I think it's all going to go into the thing. Yeah, you can have a look at that later. All right. First things first, I'll get my... Oh, hang on. This one as well. That one, I prepare that for fun later on. What I'll do is I'll just quickly go and see if I can get one of my children. Now I can't find a child, but I can find another phone. So as long as this lasts, great. I'll turn off the... hang on. So let's go to me, and then we can check. This one. Let's go to me, and then check. Okay. I thought so, yeah. I'm not seeing the messages for reasons. I don't know what the reasons are. But, let's go to me, and then check. Okay. Yep. I thought so, yeah. I'm not seeing the messages for reasons. Okay, so now I'm seeing the messages. What I'll do is I'll just pop... See? I've got that there now. Yay! So I'll sit down, and now I can see what's going on. Now let's zoom in a bit. A little too close, as per usual. Can I make that work for me? I think I can. There we go. All right. Now there appears to be a little bit of a... Okay. Solve that one with a little piece of material, if I can find it. That will do it. Nicely. Here we go. Let's pop that in there like so. Right. So that's that done. So finally, I can actually talk to you. And yes, my birds do talk. They say hello. Hello, Max. Hello. Emma, get your butt down here. Closing that. The better question is, do your birds communicate? Because I've seen people are starting to sell those little they're those you know, make your dog talk to you button. That's really patronizing to your dog, quite frankly. Anyway, we've got these guys. That should give us a nice result. This guy should give us a nice result. So what my plan is to have a little bit of fun, but also to just mess with to find some opals that are worth hacking into. So let's see. Now, strangely, I put this in with my top tier opals, so we'll see what that does. That's very interesting. Why would I would do that? And I might also get some of my lower tier opal and see what that does too, because we'll see if we're right. I'll get a lower tier one out, and I'm just randomly selecting it. Nice big one. Let's see if this guy is any better or worse than the top tier. And just for final funsies, one of these guys, and basically I'll find one which, this guy here, this is one of the ones I'm experimenting with. This is another of the experimenting ones. I'm just trying to find one that I can quickly do. This one. Okay, this one. Perfect. So we'll use this one. So I'll get that one done first. Let's get cracking. How's things going with our... Let's get that water started. How's it going, man? Good. Is everything... Yep, everything's fine. Perfect. Right, so first things first. There's just a smallest amount of gypsum that's sitting here. Forgot to get myself a drink. So I'm just cutting the gypsum off first. And whilst I'm here, I may as well make it into a nice, if it's working, it'll be a back. So this will be the back. Mate, no harm in turning it into something nice whilst we're here. And also, may as well just tidy up the edges. Okay, I think there's a crack going the whole way through it, so let's just not waste time and just get rid of that crack straight away. Thought I saw some shine. I think I did. Interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. So I was going to cut this piece off, but I think what we can get is a cab and a drop. Presuming it's any good. Oh, the other thing is, no, it's already done. Okay, let's have a look at what this is. So that's what that looks like. So let's just take the back off it and see, was it worth all the effort? This opal had no colour, as in none observable. The only thing that made me select it was the fact that it had a very coarse kind of sand that was sitting on top of it. So my theory is that coarse sand is indicative of a precious layer somewhere in the opal, possibly directly underneath it. Let's have a look. I thought I saw a flash of purple. It's probably just my confirmation bias, just saying, yeah, you're right, Phil. You're so smart, Phil. You're great. That's definitely what it was. Quite frankly, if it wasn't for my own ego, there'd be no one telling me I was good. Right, so Yep, there's colour. Absolutely. Problem is, this is a very, very crap chunk of opal here. There's just issues everywhere. So I can't use it. But yeah, that is confirmation. And the colour is really not that good. So let's do this other side and see if this goes any better. Well, it looks nice. Not anymore, now it's just white. I mean, nothing wrong with white. It's got a nerve wearing white. Mind your own business, Opal, honestly. Okay, here we go. The other thing I'll do today, possibly, is what I call cab in a minute. So what I've decided is, at the moment that the phone said, do you want to install updates and stuff? In the middle of a live stream, when it did that, it decided that I didn't really need to do much YouTubing at that point. The comment section of YouTube was not necessary, allegedly. So I'm not happy with YouTube. No, it's not YouTube, it's Android. I'll go give Android a piece of my mind. Actually, I prefer to give it a piece of somebody else's mind, because I quite like my mind the way it is. I don't know why I'm persisting with this. It's just an experiment. Okay, let's have a look. Not seeing much. For the sake of argument, I'm right. I'm always right. Okay. So what will we do next? I'm deadly curious as to how this one worked out. I prepared this earlier for you, so we'll give this one a crack. The way this one was prepared was during the sunnier parts of today, i.e. the daytime. I very sneakily went in and selected some opal. Now hopefully this is going to work. If not, it's going to look like a bit of a goose, really. You're nearly there. I know it looks like nothing. That's kind of why I selected this opal, because hopefully what's going to happen is that we Going to go through all of the nothing, and then suddenly we get a kaleidoscope of amazing colour. I wonder if I tap on that. What happens if I tap that? Tap that, tap that. No. No. Yep. That button, what does that do? Highlight saved to my channel. Good, excellent. Don't know what that actually means. What I'm going to do is I'm going to restart. Oh, no, I'm not. I think we're good. I'm just going to test a message here. Yep, good. It just doesn't show up on my phone. I've just got a borrowed phone, so however long I've got it, that's fine. I'm hoping that this particular opal has a bit of a kick in the tail right at the very end. I'm just doing the back now, just making sure the back is fine. Seems I was able to send a test message over. If other people are trying to send messages and it's not working out, you don't know what to do. It's YouTube's problem, not mine, I think, if that's the case. And I do apologise on behalf of YouTube. They will do better. And by do better, get more money. Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. Okay, so what I'm seeing on my feed is that there's no one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the stream whilst we've got that. I do apologise if there are actually people on here, but I think that there's something's going quite badly haywire. So I'm just going to end it and restart it, okay? 5 seconds.